Hey cutie foodies, it's the one and only Sweet Pea here. Welcome back to my channel, and today in our cookbang we have curry chicken and rice. So if you want this free recipe, then listen closely. Alrighty, so to make your curry chicken, you're gonna need about 1 pound to 2 pounds of chicken, depending on how many people you're cooking for. Some coconut milk, a can of coconut milk, a can of evaporated milk. You're going to need a Scotch bonnet pepper or some Scotch bonnet pepper sauce, garlic, a little bit of cornstarch made into a slurry, a little bit of curry powder made into a slurry, and we're going to use both of those later, as well as the coconut milk, some thyme, dry or fresh. And then you can't see it right now, but we also have some chopped onions, chopped potato, some salt, and about a cup of oil. Make sure that you're getting the oil that like vegetable oil or canola oil that has a high cooking temperature, and not something that's going to automatically burn off as soon as you start to cook. So let go. So as you can see right now in our pot, we have our chopped onions. This is 1 whole onion. I'm going to turn the heat up a little, and we're going to let that saute. This is our rice, which is already done. Look at that steam. If you don't know how to make rice, it's about 1 cup of rice. Make sure you wash your rice, get all the starch off of it. Once you're done rinsing, if the water is clear, then you're ready to make the rice. Add in about 1 teaspoon of salt. If you have iodized salt, that's fine. About 1 tablespoon of oil. Mix. Let that start to cook on medium-high heat. Once it starts to look a little mushy, and you'll be able to tell because it'll be like little holes at the top, you're going to coat the top of the rice with some water. Just the top. If you put too much, it's going to be soggy and you done fucked up your rice. And if you don't put it in time enough, you done burned your rice already. You might as well just stick some bread on top of it, let that soak up, eat the top of it, but you still gonna have some crunchy pieces. So anyway, we're gonna let this become translucent, and then we're gonna add in the rest of our ingredients. Alrighty, while our onions are still frying, we have our thyme leaves, we have our Scotch bonnet pepper sauce, our garlic, and our curry paste or slurry, and our cornstarch slurry that's in the back of me right now. So I'm just going to take about, I want to say, a tablespoon of thyme. You're going to add in, depending on how you like it, 1 teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of garlic. And if you had a Scotch bonnet pepper, if you wanted to add it in here, you could, but it's best to wait at the end, and I'll let you know when that is. But we're going to take our pepper sauce, and I'm going to put about 3 teaspoons, sorry. And this is just to give it some heat. If you don't want any heat, then you skip putting in a Scotch bonnet pepper altogether. And if you want it, you could use a habanero. Pay no mind to the hot dogs cooking in the back. That's for the fam while I'm making this. I'm gonna mix this in. And I'm gonna add some salt as well. I'm going to do about 2 tablespoons of that. And this is coarse kosher salt. If you want to use sea salt, that's fine. If you want to use iodized salt, that's fine as well. We have our curry slurry here, and this spoon is a little bit hot since I had it on the stove. And this is what that looks like. It's a little bit of a watery paste. For this, you're going to need about 2 tablespoons of curry powder and about 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. And then you may need to use a little bit more. Remember guys, I eyeball a lot of my stuff. So This is the recipe that I'm giving you. I measured it out, so it's about right. Okay. And then we're also going to take our cornstarch and water mixture. And this is about a tablespoon of cornstarch and about 2 tablespoons of water. And this is a thickening agent. You may want to use more later on depending on how thick you want your curry. And that's another reason why I'm adding the potatoes, because of the starchiness of it. So we're just going to mix this in. This is the point where we're going to start adding our chicken. And you don't want to fry this completely. You just want to make sure that it is golden on all sides, but still raw in the middle. If you are not using wings and you're using, let's say, thighs or breasts for this recipe, then you just want to saute it enough to where it's white on both sides, but still pink in the middle. Now I am going to clean up some dishes, let this get brown like it's supposed to, turn the heat up to medium, and we'll be back when it's time to add the last ingredients. Alright, so now that our chicken is starting to turn golden on both sides, we're going to turn down our heat. I've turned it up to high. We're going to put it to low medium. We're going to add in a can of coconut milk. We're going to add in a can of evaporated milk. And if you want, you can use 2 cans of both instead of one or the other. Or you could just use water. I like mine to have a little bit of body to it, so I choose to use milk. I also salted a little bit more as I was cooking the chicken. And then we have some chopped and cleaned potatoes. That's 2 potatoes, 1 large and 1 small. And you can use however many you like, again, depending on how many people you're cooking for. And this would be the time, if you had a whole Scotch bonnet pepper, to add in the pepper. You're going to cover this and simmer this for about 2 hours, or until the potatoes are tender and the chicken is literally falling off the bone. So we will be back when it's that time. Alrighty folks, so this is what you should be looking like. This nice golden yellow color. Your potatoes should be soft. Your chicken should be opaque all the way through. And it should be well seasoned. And FYI, I forgot, add your coconut milk and also add your water too, just in case you don't want it to be really thick once you put in the cornstarch slurry. And if you don't have cornstarch, you can always use all-purpose flour. Just mix it in with the oil and the onions and all of that stuff before you add in the milk and the water. So once everything is said and done and plated, this is what we're looking like. Meat falling off the bone. So we are going to eat this, and you guys will see that video Saturday, and this will be up Tuesday. So make sure that you hit all of the buttons, you like, you subscribe, you share this video. Shout out down below if you were part of the foodie crew. Hashtag foodie crew. What's up, sweet pea? I don't care what it is. Just say hey. Let me know if you make this recipe, and I will catch you guys later. Oh, don't forget to check out my daily vlog. All my links are listed down below. So bye.